Still continuing my focus on Electra X. This says Electra X at the top, but it's Electra 2. Very, very, very powerful and versatile synth. I'm going to really show off its multi-layering capabilities today. It has 4 separate synth engines, all of them exactly the same. You can stack 3 oscillators on each, so you've got a chance to have 12 oscillators. If you want 4 separate arpeggiators all doing different things, all synced to the clock at different rates. So yeah, I want to try and create a lovely, long, evolving soundscape. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to just remind you all to subscribe to my channel if you're watching this. There'll be a link up at the top here, top left corner, or there'll be a link in the description also. So yeah, check me out on Facebook and Google+. They're the only places, and Twitter, where I post letting you know of these live streams. I'm really surprised more people haven't done that. I'm having a lot of good feedback when I do these streams. People seem to be enjoying them while I'm speaking to them. But I've only got 100 probably followers on Facebook out of 2,000 subscribers, so not many people are really finding out about these until they're finished. So yeah, as I say, there'll be a link in the description to my Facebook and Twitter. Get on there, sign up, tell me what you want from these live streams. So yeah, evolving soundscapes. So let's be thinking something big, like 16 bars. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We're going to draw quite a big chorded structure. To give us a lot of meat and a lot of chance to do things with if we're going to have arpeggios and other stuff going on. Let's try something like this. Let's set the polyphony to 64, just so we've got everything available to us. First thing I did there was just back the attack off on the main amp envelope. These soundscapes, generally you're going to want them creeping slowly at the start of the sound. So yeah, the next thing we want to do is increase the sustain level to full, so when it gets to the highest point where the volume is at maximum, it stays there. Right, what should we do to start with? Let's use this first synth layer as just the chord bed. So we want something really wide. We're going to use the hypersaw. We're going to change it to the Virus 9 hypersaw. We're going to modulate this D tune with a slow LFO in a bit, but for now we'll have it there. For this part of the sound, we want it to be moving freely on its own. We don't want to be doing too much to it. I mean, we will, but we're going to have this ensemble. So really, really drastic chorus effect. We'll just cut the real highs off just with a simple low pass filter, just to keep it, I say, nice and rounded, nice and centered for the base of the sound. I'm going to choose a pure sine wave in one of the wavetables. Pitch down quite low, we'll try an octave lower. Turn this on. We'll change this to a high pass filter. Set it to serial. The volume is only going into filter 2 now. Same thing the high's doing, just cutting off the lows. If you're putting a chorus on the real low parts of the sound, you're going to quickly muddy up your mix. something else nice and big now. Let's try this comb saw. Get them quite stacked together, it gives a bit of white noisy hiss. I'm going to set a really subtle LFO using LFO 1 positive, just to modulate the cutoff of both filter 1, which is cutoff 1, and cutoff 2. We want the top one to go negative, so it's coming from its original position down slightly. We'll try just minus 15, positive for the other one. So it's just squashing the sound slightly. We want it nice and slow. We'll set it to trigger BPM, and we'll get it really slow. That's the master effects, the ensemble. We're not going to want that on everything, so we'll change that to the insert effect for this layer. Ensemble, we'll turn that off for now. We had the depth right down, didn't we? The speed a little bit slower than normal. We'll set that real slow LFO that we're going on with LFO 1 to modulate the FM 1. We'll just bring in a bit of FN every now and again. FM 2, sorry. Same again, just a tiny amount. Maybe a little bit more. We'll try it with FM3 as well. We'll change this characters section, the sound mode, to bright. Okay. Turn on the second synth now, synth 2. You got to remember, when you turn a new layer on, it's taking exactly the same chords, but you've got a whole new set of options that you can do things with. We're going to set this one for an arpeggio, so we'll turn it on straight away. This pop 2 is a nice one. We want the rate really slow. We'll set it to song. Okay, so let's just solo this. Trigger. We're going to get this nice and plucky with a load of delay on. Okay, we're also going to use a filter, same sort of low pass filter. We'll turn this. No, that's not the patch volume, is it? So yeah, for this, we're definitely going to want a real big delay. Let's try this multi-tap. We're going to apply an envelope to this filter, so it's going to whip the envelope open. So the envelope's positive, the filter envelope. We want the attack real quick, so it's going to open it quick and then close it quite quick as well. Just decrease the main volume. Give a little bit more decay on the filter envelope. Okay, let's get a nice siny wavetable again. Pitched an octave up as well. We use the filter envelope to flick FM2 round. That's pretty much all I want to do for this synth. I might try one of these fluty style envelopes, try it in serial mode. Okay, synth 3, we're going to use this to do some hi-hats. Whoa. Really straightforward. Choose the noise fractal. Turn the arpeggiator on. Set effects for this, I think we'll try a multi-band again. Nice little sort of shuffly beat going on in the background. Okay, we'll get some sort of Soundscape thing going on now as the last layer. We're going to use super sort of clean is a nice one. Insert effects for this is a Soundscape. This number one, the default one that they give you is the best by a mile. I want it to be nice and airy. Nice. Let's try something different now. Let's try one of the custom waves. See what they've got in regards to some pulse. A nice sort of pulse quad. Let's try that. Real low volume, just giving a bit of background. Okay, we're getting LFO to control that. We'll use LFO 1. We'll keep it on unipolar. We want it to control pulse width 3, PW 3. Positive, PW 2 actually. Positive, a real slow amount. Try another custom wave in the resynthesis section. Let's just pick a random one. Voice Reso O. Try it with the rest of the layers. This VST is very, very good. Sorry, I'm just speaking to somebody in the comments box if you're watching this back on YouTube. Yeah, I sent a Tone 2 a demo and a handful of patches, and they've been good enough to put me on their sound design team. So I thought to say thanks, I'd just focus on their plugin for a little while, just show people what it is capable of and what it can do. And this is what you can do with 4 layers, 12 oscillators, a fair bit of modulation, a few different effects. On the master effects, just to bring it all together, I'm just going to bring on a compressor. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to save that as Soundscape 1. We'll try and make another one now. Might not be very interesting for people, but this is what I want to do today. I'm going to try and make a deep, dark and dirty one. So we'll use this same chord, Control A, pitch it down 2 octaves. Not what you want to hear, I know. Money Spider. Pitch it up another octave. Okay, I found in this resynthesis section the other day, excuse me, in the custom wave section the other day, I found one that was called Reese. I can't remember where it was. There we go. Where did I see that? Maybe it was in my drum and bass thing. Let's look for that. This PC. G. Libraries. DB samples. Synth. Reese. Here we go. This was the one. This is only going to work if we play one note, so we'll try and make it a nice bassy one. Only using one note. Try 2. We'll scrap that idea. It's too heavy. Let's try something else from this pack. Some of the synth sounds we've got. Virus, layer saw, virus octaves, sicko, rave synths. No. Okay, sod that. It's too edgy to give us the bass for the sound, so we're going to want a nice sine wave for the bass layer. Why was it doing that? Doesn't even sound like a sine wave. Whoa, what's that doing? No idea what that's doing. Let's try and resetting it all again. Sine saw. Why is it fluctuating like that? Got no modulation, nothing on the master. Set it. Doesn't sound anything like a sine wave whatsoever. Yeah. tell you what, let's try and make one with a different synth, seeing as we've done one with Electra. What else has got loads of modulation capabilities? Serum, of course. Whoa. Actually, somebody asked me to make a synth the other day. I'm going to have a go at it now. It was from Disclosure Remix, but I heard it on a Flume track as well. He must have mapped note to the LFO rate. And it was only one note at a time. No, it weren't. It was chorded, so we can't do that. LFO 1 fill cut off. Can you make some cool sounds on your MIDI controller? Cool sounds on my MIDI controller. I've only got an Ableton push. What do you mean, the virus? Send me the preset after you're done. You can have it by all means. Let's get it up. Let's see if I can see what the chat wanted. What messages? Where's my messages? Messages. Disclosure. There we go. We'll cancel that. That is not something I'm going to be able to do without drawing modulation in lane. You can't do that in a preset because the LFO modulation fluctuating per note. I can't change that with key scaling or anything like that. He just shows how fast he wants the flutter to be per note and then drew it in. So yeah, this other geezer, Sam Robinson, wants me to make something with a virus, so I might as well make a soundscape with a virus. So I'll turn it on. The virus is now moved to the side to make way for push, but push is going. I don't use it. I don't use it for making beats. It slows me down if anything. I'm going to be getting NI Control S49. What MIDI controller am I using? Apart from the virus, I'm using a push. But it's a bit of a gimmick. I mean, it doesn't suit my style of producing at all. Sound design's my thing. I spend most of my time using a mouse looking at the computer, so it's more of, I don't know, might suit some people, but this is the second time I've had one now and I don't really use it either time. So my cousin's going to be buying it off me and I'm going to be getting a Control S49. For when I move house, it's going to be centre stage on here. The virus is going to be tucked away at the back once I've made my desk a bit bigger. I'm going to try and have two cameras, one on my face and then one in the corner of the room showing you everything I've got, so you can sort of see me working from a couple of different angles. Might work, might not. I'm still in mind to whether to build a new PC or not as well. This one's powerful, but they're changing all the time. That is the virus. Let's just make a nice big pad. Pads are my ting. What a fucking machine. Do I use FL Studio? No, I do not. I use Ableton Live and Bitwig. Ableton mainly. I like doing this parallel filters, putting the saturation inside the filter with just a soft saturation. Okay, let's get an LFO going on filter 2 cutoff. Why am I hearing both filters? Let's turn the saturation up. FL Studio is so much easier to make sounds. So do you find Ableton Live difficult to make sounds? I don't use any of Ableton plugins to make sounds. I use all external VSTs and stuff, so no, it doesn't really make any difference to me. I'm not getting into a debate about what DAW is best. I'm a massive believer in they are all pretty much identical. It's all down to how much time you spend with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I can do anything inside FL Studio that with Ableton, pretty much. You just need to learn it inside out. Let's get some reverb on here. Big reverb. Where are you going? Let's get some gigantic chorus on here with a hyper chorus. We haven't even used any unison yet. We'll just have a twin. See what difference this makes. So we're going to use a different LFO to control the cutoff for filter 1 to give us a little bit of pulse in the other way. We'll use this. We will use LFO 3 in the matrix section, unipolar, and we will use it to control, where am I? Filter cutoff 1. Negative. 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 We might set the rate even a bit quicker. Too much delay somewhere on the reverb. Virus is absolutely awesome bit of kit. Save up, get one. I've been having a big long-winded discussion today for the last 2 days with somebody who commented on one of my videos, that Sylenth killer I did with Hive. Still trying to convince me that Sylenth is better. He was trying to convince me it was better than a lot of synths. I don't normally write back to these people, but when they blatantly don't know what they're on about, it just gets my back up. He said, he come out with something like, it doesn't matter what a synth can do, more people use Sylenth, so yeah, it's better. It makes me mad. So I wrote him a big long-winded message back just a minute ago saying, well, my channel is sound design tutorials. It was a direct comparison of what the synths can do. Hive can pretty much make any sound Sylenth can, but Sylenth can't make hardly any sounds that Hive can, because it's got all the modulation capabilities. It's got 16 voices in unison rather than 8. It's got an arpeggiator that can be a modulation tool. So I was like, this gets me when people don't know what they're on about. I always say, in my opinion, when I write things, because my voice ain't gospel, but yeah, gospel. I don't normally write back to people at all, if I'm honest, when they're like that. I'll just leave them be it. Let's boost the mids a bit. Let's bring some ring mod on to give us some flutter as well, right down low. We'll set that to come in with an envelope in the matrix section. We use envelope 3. Envelope 3, filter bank frequency. This should bring that ring modulated effect in slowly. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, mate. I use Sylenth. I like it. I've used it for years, but it's been surpassed by pretty much every synth in the past 5 years, and people still try and make out like it's better. It's not. It's just not. Fucking hell, people who don't know what they're on about make me mad. Right, let's set the filter envelope to open this filter up quite a lot. We'll take off the cutoff link and then have a nice slow decay back down again. What a tool, it's a joy to use. We'll set a delay. Can you do something on Nexus after you finish with that? I don't own Nexus, mate. I don't buy presets, as you might guess. With my channel, I make all my sounds myself. I'll sell presets, I don't buy them, unfortunately. So Nexus is not worth me getting. It's just a preset playback machine. It would be no fun for me. Yeah, what I was going to say is if you have a really, really fast delay, like 1/64, it's delaying that fast, it just acts like a chorus in effect. What other effects we got? I must be nearly maxing out the voices now on this phaser. We could have a real slow phaser, a nice one pole quite low frequency, really slow rate. Someone's just subscribed to me, they must be watching. That is beautiful. I'm going to save that. We'll call that Soundscape 10 or something. I don't know how many I've done, but I've done a few. Save personal libraries, my patches.